Hello professors, Daniel Gooderum with another video update for my final project. This video I'm going to be talking about the spawner, manager, and the score system. So first I want to talk about the spawner manager. This was one of the last things I implemented, and it's pretty shaky, but it works kind of. I mean, it works spawning. It spawns all my stuff, but I didn't get a test with any different values or different waves. Um, as I talked with you in class, here is my wave struct that contains all the data. Like I said, I had idealized it as a linked list, but you had said that it would have been better as an array. Um, otherwise, here I implement it as a wave temp, and then it sets the current wave equal to these values. Um, in here, this is a singleton, my my spawner manager, and then when it initializes, it creates one spawner for each of the critters and the centipedes. Um, so what this does is when a function calls to at the beginning of the current wave, it calls and initializes an alarm. The flea is the only one that, the flea, if it doesn't have fleas, then it won't initialize the alarm. I have for testing that it does for all of these. Um, so if the wave doesn't have scorpions, doesn't have spiders, then it won't initialize these. But so then it sets these alarms um, by a value specified here. The spider or the flea I just have as a short one, but once it jumps, it rectifies it. So what those will do is they'll come up here to the alarms, trigger the alarm. It'll set a bool to true, and then reinitialize the alarm. And then on the update cycle here, it will check for each of these, and if it's time, um, it'll spawn a flea. And then also I had spawning scorpions here just for testing purposes. Um, and so that's really all that it does within the spawner, and then each of the individual spawners, um, they're just standard uh, classes, and when it spawns, it just basically decides which way it's spawning, and then it spawns it to go that way. This is for the spider. If it's going left or right, it does its move state. For the centipede, it's the same. For all of them, it's pretty much the same. Um, so that's it for the wave manager slash spawner. And then I wanted to talk about my score manager. My score manager is pretty much what you had in the demo. I have all my cases for each of the events. For the current player, I have the add score, the stack that it's pushed to, the process score, and the by distance events. They all work. My values for the spider, I think the spider should be in a more of a should have a wider range. So I'm not getting many. I've only been seeing that I get the closer kills, but they do update the score. Just I don't think it's doing it 100% correctly. But other than that, that's it for the scoring in itself and the wave control. Um, and that's it really for all of the different systems except for the move state. I want to talk about this one in this video also. Um, uh, like I've talked to you before, I had a huge difficulty getting this all set up but my centipede is not 100% perfect. Well, far from it. But it does utilize the move states correctly. Offset array is the same. The move state, same. The collection. I have the rotation set up, but I don't have the actual rotation implementation in place. I couldn't get it to work. So I have all my offset, my movement arrays. I even have my ones for my offsets, but I just couldn't get them to work. And then so here I have those blocked out. And then for my centipede move states, these are all my move states. I also have move states for my attractor mode and for my spider mode all included in here. Um, the spider mode one is probably the best one. It works, I think, flawlessly. I haven't noticed any problems with it. My attractor mode still has issues dealing with mushrooms and dealing with edge cases. And yeah, so that's it. I will be back with another video shortly. Thank you.